everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer Glitchwalkers, where today, off camera, I've done a little bit of working. So we've got the chemistry lab down, we've got a few storages, and I've made one explosive powder, so that way I can go ahead and bit crunch these damn boxes. Now, I'm hoping we get at least an exo chip, because I think we have access to the hoverboard right now, don't we? Yeah, we do. So it draws one power while active, so if I can get that, that could be a really good form of travel, I think. Alright. Send it! Okay, I was about to say, did I not get anything from that? I was about to be really upset if I didn't even get an exo chip. Okay. Got quite a few pieces here. Just barely short by one to finish off the stack. Maybe I can grab one of the small pieces from over here, and it'll fill that in. And then I can say, hooray, I've got exactly 5 stacks of debris on me. Alright. Well, there's gotta be like something like a wheel. Can I grab this? Nope, that's a two-hander. You are all two-hander items. Hooray! Okay, well. Either way, we've got some of the exo chips. Got at least like 3 or 4 of them in there, so that's lovely. Let's set down the debris so that way I can maneuver a little better. But also, I want to make this damn hoverboard now. So what does this do? I am assuming double tap spacebar to equip. What? Oh my goodness. Oh damn, this thing's fast. What the hell? Can they do like tricks on it? This is so nice. Okay, okay. I'm assuming that doesn't protect me from fall damage. Just taking a wild guess. I'll set this down over here. Actually, I could probably empty out this storage to put the debris into. Actually, let's take the data circuits off. This can go here, and this can go there. And this can be moved over to here. Actually, no, we've already filled up those slots. Alright. So now I need to go out and get some iron, some hematite. Does this work on a core root? Hold on, I need to see this. Core root. Indulge my experiment here. It does. I'll launch myself off the end of the core root here. Okay, this thing's pretty cool. Was it worth all that hassle? Maybe. Alright. So let's unequip that so I can actually safely get down here. But from here, yeah, there's another vault over there. Does that unlock another Delta root kit, or is that gonna be something else? I don't know. Alright, so now comes the question of how fast can I absolutely grind down this thing? This is a bad idea by me. This is a horrible idea. But we're gonna try it. Oh boy. Honestly, wasn't too bad. I gotta remember that this thing has tank controls, so I can't just strafe right or left. Alright. Back off of that. Let's pick up some of this hematite. Come on. Hematite. There we go. Alright. Just need one for now. How fast can I get up the hill, though, is another question. Will this help me in my ascension upwards? Yes, this thing handles hills like an absolute madman. Okay. Worthy investment, I see. Alright. And then disable it. And we climb back up. I wasn't going to jump yet, so that way I don't get sent all the way down, but this thing's actually hella good for travel. What the hell? Oh, jeez. And it doesn't look like we take elytra damage. Which is lovely. Oh my goodness! How about fall damage? Nope, fall damage still kills. Okay. It was fun while it lasted. Alright, me. Yes, thank you for my stuff back. Alright. Let's just, boom boom all that over. Looks like that's everything. Right, no? Something still there? I don't know. Looks like we're good, though. I should have noticed when I was moving that fast that there was going to be something bad that happened. Yep, there goes my body. Alright. Let's set that down over there. Alright. So once that's done, I should be able to make the atmospheric condenser. There that goes. But yeah, this thing's actually pretty nice as far as getting around goes. Wonder how far up this I can go. Because I could probably try to get up there and get the resin for building. Oh, Ash Leaf, you're not going to get me that easy. Or maybe you are. There you are. Alright. Let us dig up all this. All the resin. Alright. And then speed. Woohoo! Alright. I am loving this thing. The fact that it's so cheap with only one exo chip needed. So that is very, very handy. So this can go over here, and I need clay for the big platform. Actually, I should make another large platform and then put down a large, one of the whatchamacallits, large printer. So that way I can go on ahead and make the extra large platform. But let's head over there and pick up a little bit more resin. Looks like this doesn't have a sprint. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if this thing had a sprint. But let's head up there and pick up some of that compound. Alright. It's certainly handy though. It'd be even better if I had one of those portable oxygenators and a couple QTRTGs on me. Alright. And with that, away we go! I'm gonna die. Ow. Okay. Note to self, I am not invincible. Alright, so now, how about a large printer? Thank you. Alright, I should probably put that back here to be with the rest of the printing gang here. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Put that in there. At least it makes it a little easier to get over these. But I should definitely try to get another QTRTG just to have on hand. Because I'm going to be using this way too much. Does it have like a special thing when down? No. Okay. But that is sick as hell, though. Alright. So once that's done, we should have access to even bigger prints, like the extra large platforms. one of them requires like 4 resin, which I can easily do. Alright, you go over there. Alright, let's see what you got for me. You have extra large platform A, C, curved extra large. Oh, they changed that up. Extra large resource container though would be very nice to have. But so let's make a few of these. 2 resin and 2 iron. That means I need to head back down for some more iron, which is no problemo, as shown before. Alright, so let's follow the core route down once again. Oh jeez. Nearly launched myself around the... Oh hey, there's resin back here. Alright, let's just pick up a little bit of this. Nobody will notice. There's so much of it back here too. Alright. And that looks like a good amount of resin for now. Alright. At least I'm going to worry about launching myself, off the core route again. So that... over here. So we have enough to make 2 of these extra large platforms. Means that I'm going to need about 4 of the hematite from down here. Of course, I'm going to shred my way down there. I really can't wait to get one of these in my main world. The original world that somehow we still have not been back to. I mean, when I logged back into this world and saw the welcome to, the Glitchwalkers thing, basically, I did see that we could head back to the world. I just really wanted to get done with the storyline to keep the story fresh, Alright. Plus, there's a good chance we actually unlock the hoverboard from doing this, too. Also, I kind of want to make a base down here, because, let's just be real here, if there's wind, that means that there's power. If there's power, that means that there's, well, base. And I did just unlock field shelter at the end of the last episode. So we're golden there, too. Alright. So let us pick up some more hematite from down here, because, again, somehow there's nothing aggressive down here. Like, in the slightest. The most aggressive thing is the fall damage. Holy hematite. Okay. Yep, we are rich. Alright. Get the rest of that down there. Holy! Okay! I think I've collected enough hematite. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna try to flatten this place out so I can actually get back over there. But, holy goodness. That was an insane amount of hematite there. Should be well enough to finish off this little build project. Alright, that also should be well enough to do that. Alright, we're good. Good enough to get across here. Some more hematite. And I guess, how much do we have now? Way over enough. Alright. Come on. Need to go back up. Also got a little bit of macrolite from there, didn't we? That was an insane amount of hematite there. Alright, and up we go. So this thing handles hills like a champ. Don't want to know what would happen if I fell from here, though. So I'm still trying to stay very careful. Alright. And then, of course, there's the harsh stop at the end of this tunnel. So I need to make sure to undeploy this thing before I reach the top. Oh, jeez. Because I bump all over the place. Alright, and that'd be a good place to stop. There we go. Perfect. Alright, set this down to smelt. And it's time for some base building, baby. Where do I want to base build, though? I could base build this way. Make kind of a big, round area here of my base. Alright. Set that down. If I kind of flatten this place out, that could be nice. Do I have leveling blocks installed? I do now. Alright. How do I make one of these? And what do they do? Can I have leveling block? Okay. Looks like I can. Whoa. Jeez. That lagged out something. Okay. I guess I'll set that down there for now. What do you do? Creates terrain that aligns to the voxel grid. What direction are you currently pointing there, good sir? Do I have to rotate you? No? So yeah, you create it the same way anywhere, don't you? Or not. So if I install you here on the wall, it's not the same as here. What the hell? I thought you were supposed to be level. If I set you down here, okay, it's decently level. I don't know. This thing just doesn't want to work, does it? When I set it here, it kind of does something there. I don't know, I'll just use this up because I don't think I'll use this. Okay. Note to self, the level block is not level. Alright. Now that I have wasted my tech points and my time, let's go on ahead and send this over to here so I can make some really damn big platform. So I can get this base building underway. For now, though, I'll probably try to set up a... nope, can't set that up. So I'm going to try to flatten out this area over here for the base. So I'm hoping that this is about as level as it can be. It is not. But you know what? This should be fine. We're making a small base here, so it shouldn't be that huge of an issue. I don't know. But let's go ahead, make a nice base building spot. And we'll set down the big platform for me to start actually going to town on building things. Because I can probably put some of the storage stuff on there. That could work. As well as maybe a little bit of the crafting stuff could move to there. I don't know, but that looks level. That looks decent. Alright, so let's put this one here and smelt one more so I can craft 2 of these, and then I think we're golden to go. I don't know how much I'll use for storage and how much I'll use for like the Atmo condenser and the chem lab. Actually, that could be a really good thing to put there. So if I put them both on the same one, then they can offload directly into each other. Alright, so now you will make Le platform. And yeah. While that's cooking, I don't think I have much that I can do. Because that's going to take up most of the base power to build. And I can try to level out the area a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. I also need to go and collect all those exo chips that I left behind in the crater before I cover up the crater. Hello? There you are. Boom, boom. Fine. Be the stubborn one. Alright. Now, just cover this up. A good amount of dirt. And yeah. This will be probably the nicest based on Azul's. That was the name of this planet, right? Azulez? One of those two. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be the nicest base here because nobody else is here. And Blitz has yet to show me their base. So I win by default. Alright, so that is going. I'll toss the organic into here because I don't need it. On the exo chips. What do I want to do with all the extras? Because I don't really have a need for any more of them right now, do I? I mean, do we have the large rover? We do have the large rover able to be made. Okay. We can make that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we can make that. Okay. Extra large rover. We can make the landing pad, but we can't make any of the shuttles yet. We can make a rail engine. We can make the extra large resource canister, which I guess was just given to me because I don't think I went to unlock that. But 5k bytes for that. That's a bit pricey. But we'll do it. Later on, that is. Alright, this should be just about done. Then all of these will clump into place. Actually, apparently we're just running out of power. Oh yeah, that's slowed down to a snail's crawl. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, is it done? It's done! Hell yeah. Alright. So let us place the first base building block right here. Alright, is this... No, it's not facing the right way. Perfect. There we go. Alright. Now we just need a way to extend the cable from there to here, which I don't think is long enough. Do we have any Macholite? We got Wolframite. I think I picked up one Macholite while we were down there, didn't I? Does not look to be the case. Alright. Unless... No, that's Wolframite. Why the hell am I storing these two over here, then? Am I an idiot? I swear, I just flew in from Stupid Town sometimes. Alright. But, I could probably use the batteries as an extension tool for now. Just for now. So, I can place one of the batteries right here to extend this to there and this one to there. Alright. Now we've got it. Alright, Atmo condenser, you're coming down here. So, if I shove you onto this side, there you are. I should be able to collect, oh, big old leg spike. Yeah, I'm able to collect all of the gases. So that basically unlocks a hell of a lot more recipes for me for this thing, which I will also move over here. Alright. That can sit right there. Now, what else do we want to do? I'm also... I probably should make the gas canister stuff. But I don't have it unlocked, and it requires silicone and glass. Silicone was resin and quartz, wasn't it? Silicone was resin, quartz, and methane. We got that. We've got that easy. So I just need enough research points now. It should be easy enough. I haven't gone around to pick up a lot of them, so they should still be just scattered around somewhere. Also, I want to make a soil centrifuge pretty soon, so that way I can start turning the soil that I'm picking up into useful materials. But I'll probably put the soil centrifuge where the science lab was, so that way I can put down one of the storage devices there to pick it up. Alright, so this can go there. Although, getting another one of those for the science, or for the research zone also kind of makes sense. Because if I can make a research zone here, that would mean that I can put a extra large storage on here, so I can carry more of the large research objects. Let me pick those up for you. Thank you for delivering yourself and not letting me pick it up. Thank you. Alright. So, how much for the extra large storage? Do we have enough? This one. No, we need 2K. And it costs, what is that, 3 ceramic? Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so let's see. We need soil centrifuge, 2 compound, 1 aluminum. And I'm going to set this in for now, so that can research while we're away. And I'm going to pick you up. Thank you kindly. I'm going to try to find more while I'm trying to pick up some compound. Because there's got to be more somewhere around here. I know there was some in the underground section. Actually, I just realized, can I surf while holding this? I can! Holy hell, that speeds up things so much. Oh my goodness. Alright. Hell yeah. I think I've found my new favorite item in the whole damn game. This thing's amazing. Well, I'm probably going to lose it by slamming my face into a dagger root. At some point. I'm calling it. If at some point this ever happens, I am probably going to play this clip again. Just to rub it in my own face. Ow. Alright, there's an item over here. Excusez-moi. Alright. Yeah, this thing's amazing. Alright. So the fact that I can just carry items around like that is awesome, and I need to do that more often. I wonder if it works while I'm holding an item like the exo crates. If I had an exo crate nearby, I'd probably be able to test it. Alright, you can come over here. I'll slam it over there. So since this has taken up all of the base power right now, we should probably also try to find some of that lithium, because I know I saw some on a hillside. The question is the hoverboard strong enough to get me up there? Because I know I've seen it up there, and I know I have the battery unlocked now. Where is it, though? I'm also going to yoink these so I am not littering the place anymore. Is this a small debris item? I think it is. So I'll come back here with that almost done debris stack. Alright, where is the lithium? I know I saw it up there. So it has to be somewhere. Is it up there? There's some resin up there. I think it was over here in this zone. So I remember it being that kind of maroon color when I saw it. Don't see any lithium. I see aluminum and another research item, which I'll gladly take home with me. Yeah, I'm not seeing the lithium. Maybe I was mistaken. I see an Attactus, that's for sure. Also gonna pick one of these up. No? Oh, okay. It's because that slot's filled with the hoverboard that's currently deployed. Yeah, I don't see any lithium up there. I must just be thinking about somewhere else. But pretty soon we're going to be having a whole fully fledged base working, and I am very happy about this. Because it took forever for me to actually get anything moving on this save. Because, you know, spawning inside a core root kind of slows things down. But now we are moving like lightning. Alright, but this should give me enough to unlock the large storage, yes? At some point? You give me 1,000... Yeah, perfect amount to unlock the large storage. Which means that this next big platform is going to be for the research center. And I think I should power this thing a little bit. Give it a little bit of power. Alright. I think we've already collected a bunch from over here, but I don't think we've actually fully checked this way. Yeah, it doesn't look very checked. Alright. I see a lash leaf over there. That's really about the only exciting thing that I see. Ooh, some compound though. That, however, is extremely nice. Alright. Let's pick this up. If there's even enough to pick up any. But I just need like 2 of them. Okay, let's get back home so I can recharge on oxygen. Alright. So I got 1 from that. That's lovely. Well, at least it's something. I shouldn't complain. Let's head back out there and see if I can't grab a little more from the little puddle of compound. There it was. Alright. There, I see another nodule of it down there. And I think that's most, if not all, the compound. I don't see another nugget of it sticking out anywhere. Yeah, no. Okay. I could probably check around the base a little more. Ow, really? That hurt me? How the hell did that hurt me? Okay, maybe I should be a little bit more careful on the really nice hoverboard that I don't want to lose. Because it seems like hitting little bumps like that can hurt my ankles. Noted. Alright. We've got a bunch of aluminum here, so I can easily make that part of the soil centrifuge. So I can make the soil centrifuge pretty easily. It's just finding the damn compound for it. I know that there was some all the way here at the end, I just didn't want to go all the way over here to the end of the tether. We should probably, once we get the soil centrifuge, make a little bit more tether. Alright. Now, there was some over here, but I think that one ran out. Can I mine while... I can mine while I'm on this. Although I feel like that would just use up all of my power immediately. Alright, let's set this down so I can take this back with me. Was there any more compound over this way? I dug a deep hole of something. What was down here? Clay. Ah, clay. Okay. We do need some more of that at some point, but I can get that from the centrifuge. I don't see any more compound. I see some debris over here. And, compound, alright. I was worried that that was just a buried dagger root. And I was going to be, rubbing it in my own face and editing or something. Alright. Now let's pick all this up. Come on. There we go. That's enough compound for now. But I want a little more. There we go. I didn't even get an extra one for that, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of oxygen and grab a little more. Alright, it's a really good thing I have this extra battery on me. Otherwise I would be stranded out here probably. Alright. Over here to the little compound spot. There we go. That's enough for me to be satisfied with that. And it's time to pick up the spoils and head back home. Jeez. Yeah, this thing moves a little bit too fast sometimes. But you gotta admit, this is really efficient travel. As long as I don't knock into the random litter that I've left about. Alright. Yeah, things are really coming together for this base, and I am very happy to see it. But, now that the main thing is waiting, I'm probably just going to say that, yeah, I'm going to leave these here for now, and I am going to end off this episode of Astroneers. So, hope you all have enjoyed it, and yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.